Fuck you, 2016. Welcome to Let's Talk Nerdy.
Avengers?
It's over 9,000!
Use the Force, Luke.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Talk Nerdy. We had actually, about 2-3 days ago, recorded an all-Star Wars podcast that we were going to release.
And then 2016 decided to shit on it.
Yeah, exactly. We were reviewing Rogue One, we talked about all the stuff we liked, some stuff we didn't, and then the unthinkable happened.
The unthinkable.
We lost Carrie Fisher.
Ugh.
Fuck you, 2016. Just eat an entire bag of dicks.
And to make it even worse was the next day.
Oh yeah, and then her mother passes the very next day.
Debbie Reynolds. Some of you might recognize her from a Disney original TV movie, Halloween Town.
And some other people might recognize her from the golden age of Hollywood.
You talking about Dancing in the Rain?
Singing in the Rain!
I've never seen it, okay? I know of it. And I also know the George Lucas edition of it.
Oh, God.
There was this documentary about the people versus George Lucas, and you're talking if he were to remastered other things, it was that movie. It was the guy dancing in the rain with lasers hitting his umbrella.
Oh, God. That seems about right. Seems about right. So, instead of releasing our Star Wars one, we felt we couldn't do it because... I mean, what else can you talk about? I mean, we'd release that, and all people would be thinking about is, why aren't you talking about Carrie? So, this is us doing that right now.
It's a tragedy. 2016 sucks. And what made it even worse was, they said she was starting to get stable, she was recovering, and no.
Yeah, and then 2016 just decided, psych, nope, and pulled the rug out from us.
I was on Facebook earlier today, and I saw something on... Someone made a trailer for a movie called 2016.
Oh, God.
And it was these people... It was about the serial killer hunting down a whole bunch of celebrities that... You know, the celebrities that passed away this year and everything. It was just...
Awful.
It was
just awful.
It was terrible.
Oh. Well, I gotta tell you, man... This is just the worst. And you know what? It is even hard to actually find something to say here because, good God, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, really.
No.
I mean, the heart attack came out of the blue, and then, like you said, it sounded like she was getting better, and then, damn. I mean,
and then you add on to it with her mom, who had a stroke because, well, she was heartbroken and...
Oh,
and
God, it's art imitating life. I mean, when you think about it, everyone knocked the prequels for the Padme thing, died of a broken heart, and then here you go, because, God damn. I mean, seriously, God damn you, 2016. And we're still one more day left in this shit show. One more day left in this shit show of 2016, and I bet you know what's going to happen? 11:59 is going to roll around, we're going to lose Betty White. Or Stan Lee. Because that's what the kind of year 2016 is.
What makes... Well, I can't say it makes it worse, but... She apparently plays a giant part in Episode 8. And she was also supposed to be in Episode 9.
Which tells me they're going to do major reshoots.
They're going to have to go back and edit some stuff in Episode 8. And, of course, put a tribute into it and...
Absolutely.
Rewrite the script for Episode 9, because that was already being done. And
it's supposed to go into production in the next couple of months, yeah.
And thank God we have a great community of fans for Carrie Fisher, because Star Wars The Old Republic, they put in a monument for Carrie Fisher, and literally at day one, thousands and thousands of people went to that area to pay tribute.
Yeah, you were
to her.
telling me about that. That is really amazing. I've seen some really great tributes for Carrie Fisher.
Like outside
online.
of theaters too, for Rogue One, people were heads down, lightsabers in the air for her.
Yeah, I saw a bit of that actually happening at downtown Disney where they were showing that, which is incredibly cool.
So, I'm not saying this was the biggest celebrity death this year, but it's up there.
I don't know. For some reason, this one feels like it hits closer to home for people than anything else.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. This has been a bad year for celebrity
definitely.
deaths. I mean,
Prince,
Alan Rickman earliest in
David
the year,
Bowie, Alan Rickman, and there was, of course, others too. But
and if we're going the phone again, that's the phone. For you, those of you playing the game at home, it's time to take a shot. Damon's phone. And yeah. I mean, who else did we lose? Some sci-fi icons. We lost the guy who played Shepard Book earlier on this month.
from Firefly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, 2016. Damn.
No, we want to make jokes, but this is something we can't really joke about.
Exactly.
And if we do accidentally make a joke, please don't take offense to it. It's just we're trying to lighten up the mood.
Exactly. And we're both really awful people who feel like we need to break sad tension with comedy. So, that sucks. So
If Robin Williams taught me anything, is
exactly. You gotta be able to at least laugh here, otherwise you're going to go insane and cry. So
I already did that yesterday.
which part? The insane or crying?
Both at the same time.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. If you're going to do it, it's recommended you do both.
Do it all at once to get out of the way.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't think Star Wars is ever going to be the same, man. That's a real blow.
Makes that CGI Princess Leia in Rogue One even more,
Impactful,
meaningful,
I think so. I know there's a big fan base that actually has backlash towards the CGI that was used in Rogue One.
Well, I had my issues with it too. I felt it was unnecessary, but now, I welcome it.
Well, a lot of people feel like it's disrespectful to the different actors, and I for one have a completely different viewpoint on that. I think I couldn't think of it as any more of a touching tribute. Especially that somebody is so iconic that they're the only one who could be thought of in this role.
Well, it's not the first time it's been done. I mean,
no, but on
was the
a
movie?
large scale.
What was the movie? Terminator Salvation did it for Arnold with the Terminator.
Yeah, but Arnold hadn't passed. I mean,
True, yeah.
that was just to keep a continuity thing, which this one was too. But I mean, they recreated him in his entirety for multiple scenes.
God, I can't remember the name of that movie. They did it for Heath Ledger too, after he passed.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was his last movie. It was after Dark Knight. He started filming some parts for it, and it was like something Imaginarium.
I think I had heard of that. I never actually saw
Johnny
it, though.
Depp was in the movie, and he used his body so the CGI hit Heath Ledger's face on him to finish up some parts. One other actor in that movie did it too. Sorry, I'm missing the name right now. I just know it has the word Imaginarium in it.
People can IMDb it later.
Yeah.
I know it's a real thing. I saw trailers for it, but for the life of me, I can't help you out. I cannot remember what it was called either.
The movie itself didn't do that very well, but that was an example after the actor passed, he CGI'd him into it. They did it for Brandon Lee in The Crow, because he couldn't finish his movie. And
I know they did it in Tron Legacy, too, to a degree. They made a young Jeff Bridges.
I've never seen Tron, so...
That one looked terrifying, so...
That was my computer.
Apparently, we're being hailed by the Enterprise.
No, that was Star Wars. Old Republic.
That was Old Republic?
Yes.
It sounded like one of the old comms thing from Star Trek.
It was Old Republic.
I'm going to take your word from it.
Ever since I updated the game and everything, it's been doing that.
Well, damn. Nothing. It's just it is hard to actually segue into any other segment here. Because I do we want to talk about some of the stuff we talked about last time?
Well, we'll stay on topic for Star Wars for now, and it's goddamn it,
right? I'm telling you,
Rogue One. Besides the CGI Carrie Fisher, how did you feel about the movie?
I really liked it, though I know not as much as you did.
Oh, I loved it.
I had a few issues with the movie, but overall, I really enjoyed it. And that's not to say that when I'm saying I enjoyed it less than he did, that I didn't like the movie. I loved the film. It is probably one of the best theater going experiences of the year. But,
yeah, there's not much to live up for you.
No, not so much.
One made you leave when you almost in tears. The other one made you was like, I don't know how you felt about leaving when you left after seeing Suicide Squad.
I felt better leaving Suicide Squad by comparison, so it was fine. I think at that point my soul was just plenty crushed. So, but
basically, moving going experiences are ruined for him.
Yeah, kind of, more or less. The two best movie going experiences I've had this year were at Rogue One and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
You did see that in theater.
Yeah, those were the two tentpole films I got to see this year that I really, really liked.
Trying to remember what movies I saw this year that were in theaters. Batman vs. Superman, that wasn't much. Suicide Squad I saw in theaters. Oh no, I saw Dragon Ball Z in theaters this year. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You almost killed me that one.
Is that really this year?
It was early this year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, that does not seem like it was this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, that was this year.
There's just been so much of a shitstorm of things that have happened this year that you just don't remember it all, man.
Yeah.
But back to Rogue One, because we're determined we're gonna put something levity in here, man, because you can't stay on depression stuff for too long here, otherwise you're gonna go crazy. So, Rogue One, overall feelings on the film, we both really liked it.
It had its issues,
though there were one or two many forced cameos and Easter eggs. I think that actually got distracting.
Yeah, I agree on the cameos thing. We get it. It's a Star Wars film. You don't need to keep throwing it at us.
There's just some stuff that really felt out of place. Like, as much as I loved the scene, and I got a huge laugh out of it in the theaters, the We're Wanted Men guys, they didn't need to be there. It was funny. It was definitely funny. I got a huge chuckle out of it. But timeline-wise, that feels really wrong.
Well, one is like, I hope they made it off the planet in time so they can, tell Luke Skywalker they're wanted men.
Yeah, apparently it's not just Luke they said it to. Apparently now we know that they just went around bumping into random people and going, "We're wanted men." You know what? It kind of makes me wonder. Kind of makes me wonder if they're actually wanted men at all, or they're just like bragging.
No, I think they are wanted men.
I don't buy it. I think he protests too much. You know what I mean?
I don't think they pay their bar tabs.
That's all it is. They're wanted for like little petty thefts on each thing. It's like he's wanted on Mustafar for littering. So it's like technically they are correct. They are wanted men on multiple systems. Oh God!
It's just the small stuff.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
I'm actually kind of glad that we're redoing the Rogue One review, because apparently they just released some information about Rogue One. There was supposed to be a Jedi in that movie.
Really? Who?
Jin.
Really?
They were originally having some minor plans of making her a Jedi, but someone in the room felt it wasn't needed.
I think that's a really smart move.
And there was other plans that I cannot remember his name now. Forrest Whitaker. He was supposed to play a bigger part in the film.
That I completely believe. His character felt really underused.
Yeah, they wanted him to be in the movie more, but cuts were made.
I've heard that they, in an interview I think they gave recently, I just read an article today about there's enough leftover footage to put together an entirely different movie, like an entirely separate film from this one.
That doesn't surprise me one bit, because you and me talked about this once before. Mm-hmm. The beginning of this movie felt like it sped up. Like, a lot happened in the beginning of the film that felt like it could have gone longer.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see an extended cut of this, and I know it's something Star Wars doesn't really do all that often.
Well,
but
this is 2016 again. It's been known for cutting so much out of films that when you buy it on DVD, there's a director's cut.
That's true, but
it's been happening a lot lately. Like, almost every movie, not every movie, but most movies these days that when they're released, they're director cuts.
At least for the big tentpole films.
Like DC.
Yeah, mainly DC. The thing is, though, unlike the DC movies, this one didn't feel like it needed a director's cut. I mean, that felt like a good, complete film.
I'm saying if they don't release a director's cut, I'm alright with it. The film itself, I love. But if they do happen to do a director's cut,
yeah, I would just be curious to know what got cut.
Or just what they used to do. Release the movie and have this section for deleted scenes.
I mean, they really don't do that very often anymore.
Not really
and if they
anymore.
do, it's like 4 deleted scenes, and you know there's a bunch on the cutting room floor.
Oh, definitely. But I kind of missed the whole deleted scenes menu.
Exactly, those were nice. They're slimming down on what goes into a Blu-ray these days.
No, Hollywood's getting really piggy lately.
Yeah, they're lazy.
Yeah.
Get on it, Hollywood. Come on. But we want to see your rejected scenes. Put them in there.
No, we're gonna make you pay extra for the director's cut.
Yeah. Fuck you, DC.
It always finds its way back to DC.
Yep. You know what? I can't. I shouldn't
really
do it.
left
I shouldn't
a bad
do it
taste
today.
in your mouth.
It really did. It really did. I know. That's my 2016 trauma right there.
Now, back to Rogue One. What was some of your favorite things they did in the movie?
All right, I'm gonna take your favorite thing, I'm sure, because it's everyone's favorite thing going out of that film. The Darth Vader hallway scene was the coolest thing on cinema ever. Come on, he's going down that hallway like a badass ragdolling people.
What's funny, I had a discussion with my uncle on Christmas about this.
Yeah.
About he loved it, and I explained to him my how I felt about it, which you guys are going to hear. I felt they made him. Don't get me wrong, Vader's a badass, but too much of a badass. He went from being the Force choking and God damn it. Sorry, popped in my head. The throwing people around, being a badass, to then going to New Hope, this direct sequel to Rogue One, people. Slow, Vader, not really Force throwing people.
Well, I mean, think about it. The only one he had to fight in that entire movie was Obi-Wan.
Well, he was also being a giant tease, too, because there was no threats to him.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's that for that whole complaint. I felt like the more than anything, Vader was just dicking with him.
Which, you're sounding like my uncle right now. He threw that right at me. He's like, well, Damon, look at his opponents in New Hope. And I'm like, yes, I get it. But I want to see more of that Vader.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him, like...
I do too, and I think we will. I think there's going to be a Vader film.
Which my uncle said the same thing. He wants to see a Vader prequel. Mm-hmm. Well, Vader prequel.
No more Hayden Christensen. We're okay.
And well, hopefully I don't choke on my aspirations. And
everything. God, that was okay. There's the other thing that Damon and I we couldn't stop picking on in that film. We love the film. So don't get us wrong. But why is Vader punning? When did that ever happen?
I love your example. It's like the deleted scene. He goes back into his room. Why did I say this?
I should not have done that. He's just sitting there beating himself up about it. Stupid. Never again. Which
brings me to something else that the internet's kind of been I'm not saying what's the word I'm looking for. Excited about. In Rogue One, every time they go to a planet, they mark it, say, "Oh, this is the planet," and everything. Vader's planet, they didn't.
But that was clearly obvious where that was. He is on Mustafar.
Yep,
which was cool.
I love how they threw this in there because I'm sitting here in the theater and I caught it right away. It's like, why does this scenery look very familiar?
Can we just point out how unhealthy that is? That man is living on the planet where he lost most of his limbs and his wife. Talk about not letting things go, man.
Burned him.
Yeah, that man is a glutton for punishment.
But
imagine living that in your castle. Your overlooking view is, that's where I lost my limbs. That's where I choked my wife to death.
Eventually, I'm glad they did this too because it adds to his character.
Oh, it does. He's basking in that rage.
Yeah, he is haunted by his past. He shows his anger towards Obi-Wan and how basically I can't say he was betrayed.
That he lives in that moment.
Yeah,
that's, like his rage
he
from
carries
that
the
moment.
burdens and had a memory with him. And I also love how they showed him in that tank pod tending
in the
to
back
the
tank, yeah.
Yeah, where he's tending to the burns and everything because he's in pain.
Oh yeah, and that's still like 18 years down the way, man. Obi-Wan did a number on him.
Yeah. So I'm glad they show this because it really gives depth to a character that honestly didn't get much depth.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about those films.
Yeah, that's fair. I always thought Obi-Wan was kind of a dick for not finishing him off.
Dude, if you go back to those films, Obi-Wan was just kind of a dick to Anakin in general.
Oh, I know, but it's like, he's watching his Padawan, the one he's talking about, like a brother burned to death.
And instead, he's just yelling at him, "You were the chosen
I loved you!" Well, you could show that love by a mercy killing, my friend.
Which, by the way,
that
scene,
cool.
in general, you can definitely use to describe a breakup.
Oh, God.
Stage 1 of grieving, you were the chosen one. Stage 2 of grieving, I hate you.
It's entirely true.
But no. I'm so glad that they threw that planet in there. And I just love that they didn't mark it because they knew people weren't going to forget.
Exactly. It's like, you don't need to mark this. You know where you are. That was definitely a cool scene. Overall, for that movie, the one thing that sticks out in my head more than anything else in the film is the way they ended it.
The way how they
I mean, we're gonna get into some spoilers here, so if you don't want major spoilers, jump out.
You mean we didn't spoil anything already?
Not
it's kind of hard. In all honesty, guys, it's kind of hard to spoil this movie. Really.
Yeah, going into it, you should know how this ends if you've watched A New Hope.
Yeah, they tell you right away.
Well, long story short, I mean, they've gotten done. They've killed the entire cast, which, bummer. But how else did anyone expect this to go down?
They told you in the beginning of New Hope, basically.
Yeah, they're dead. But I love how much this thing bleeds directly into the opening.
No, they must have. I can't say did their research, but they must have watched New Hope a lot to really throw in those details and everything. So it made you feel like you're literally watching before New Hope. I kind of didn't mention this when the last time we recorded this. They made those ships, they did not spend much on CG in all honesty. They made it look really old, the equipment, the outfits, the Star Destroyers in general. They didn't make them look new. No, they made it look just like New Hope's models, basically. Attention to detail in general was
astounding.
And I definitely felt like I was watching an old Star Wars film.
It did more than... You know what I think the best thing about Rogue One is, now that I think about it? And the more I actually think about it, the more I like the film. So I'm throwing that out there, because there aren't many films where you sit there and think about them, and the more you think about them, the more you like them.
No, definitely not, no.
So, I started watching the prequels again the other night.
Oh, dude, I thought we were going to do a movie night.
We are going to do a movie night. We are going to binge the whole thing, but I couldn't resist. So... after watching the prequels here again, I have a new respect for him after Rogue One, too, to be honest. it feels like the actual missing piece that links those things together. Like, you might not like the prequels as much. I mean, because I personally, I have so many issues with the prequels, it's ridiculous.
My main issue is, like, it's just that one guy.
But if you watch the prequels, then see Rogue One, it honestly feels like this missing piece. Because, to me, at least, the prequels and the original trilogies, they just, even though we know that's how they open and begin and stuff, they never felt like they connected to me.
We live with it, basically, but yeah.
Exactly. Like, when you watch the prequels, do you, like, in the back of your head think, yeah, these don't really connect to, what I'm doing?
There was those pieces in my mind that once in a while, it's just like, you watch the prequels and you're like, yes, it's in the Star Wars universe, but where
it just, even though you know that it connects, you just don't feel it.
Yes. Lucas did not really put that in the films. Like,
now, with Rogue One, this is the brilliance of it. It feels like it's a direct sequel from the prequels and right leading into A New Hope. It feels like a perfect tie-in. And
what helps with that, too, is that I'm kind of glad they brought someone from the prequels back into Star... I can't remember.
So am I. The Bail Organa's character.
Yes. I love his entrance, too, because he doesn't really say anything. No, he kind of just walks into the room, and you got the music playing, and I don't know if you had the same reaction, but when he came onto camera, my heart kind of like...
Yeah, so did I. I had no idea Jimmy Smits was in that film.
I had no idea. And literally, feelings like overwhelmed in me. Like, I was like, holy shit.
The fact, and you know what? I think that was it. I think that was what I was waiting for from these Star Wars films. Like, as much as everyone rags on the prequels, I wanted them to at least acknowledge they exist. If by acknowledging they exist in these new films, it all feels more tied together. So doing that was enough, I think. That worked really well.
And this is, like, the whole point of the anthology films is to fill in the gaps.
And yeah, if this is the way they're going with these things, I welcome them. I was a little worried about Rogue One at first. I went into the theater with low intention.
I remember you telling me your expectations were kind of low,
but I gotta say I was really impressed by this film.
Oh, overall, like I said, like they put their budgets in wisely. They gave it the feeling of it felt like or old Star Wars film. It felt like the original trilogies. And
it did, but to me, yeah, it felt like the old trilogy, but enough new that it still felt like the prequel kind of ones too.
Yeah,
and it bled together perfect.
And I hope the Han Solo film, the Boba Fett film, they have the same feeling.
Is it Boba Fett? Is that what they've officially decided?
They are going to do one. It's in that developmental limbo.
Yeah.
I feel like Han Solo became priority for them, so they're working on that right now.
No, I get that. That's the right move.
Yeah, and I'm alright with this. After Force Awakens, Han Solo films should be priority.
Yeah.
Which is starting production, right?
Yeah, it's the first couple of production stills are out, and they look fantastic.
I still have yet to look at them. At some point I'll look at them. But the next on their list is... It doesn't have a title yet, but Episode 8.
Star Wars 8, yeah. And I saw one of the first set photos from that they released. It was Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher actually together, which is fantastic. I'm so glad they're going to be able to share a scene.
Yeah.
I was worried that there would be no chance now for them to ever share a scene again. And knowing that they actually meet up in this is fantastic.
I told that, like in Force Awakens, it was all Han Solo.
Yeah.
I heard Episode 8 is going to be Carrie Fisher. It's going to be Princess Leia.
That's fantastic.
So
that couldn't be any better.
She's supposed to be a major role. She's going to be a huge part of the film. And after what happened...
I know they're going to have to lessen it somewhat, but I hope not too much. I hope they keep this a Carrie Fisher
I don't think they're going to lessen it whatsoever. I feel like they're just going to have to tweak the ending a little.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping not in a bad way. I'm hoping it... And I trust these people all 100%. They're going to do something...
Yeah, they've earned the respect at this point.
I feel like I'm going to cry at the end of this movie. And in all honesty, I hope I do.
So, to one lighter note that is in the Star Wars universe, so you'll understand my segue in a second. Did you hear for the television show Legends of Tomorrow, who's directing the first episode of the stuff coming back?
I did not hear who's directing it.
George Lucas.
I heard they're casting a young George Lucas in an episode.
He's directing it.
Really?
He's directing the episode with the young George Lucas.
God, I gotta catch up on the season then.
That is insane, isn't it? I am excited beyond belief that he is doing that.
When was the last time the guy direct?
I don't know. No, wait. He did an animated movie not too long ago.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. We bash the prequels a lot, but I think I can speak for Damon on this one too. We want his stuff to be fantastic. We're all hoping for Lucas to pull back in and like. Make
It's not the
something
directing
amazing.
though that was the issue. It was the writing. Okay. It was
Uh,
directing Anakin that was the issue. That guy I feel so bad for that actor. I really do.
Yeah, but you know we're all looking forward to it. I bet you if he can get his shit together, I want them to bring him back as far as a director for one of the anthology films. I think that would be amazing.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yep.
It's not ending yet.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It wasn't me.
It might have been me. I don't know what it is. Every time sirens go by, you always feel just a little bit guilty. You're like, what did I do? What did I do? Are they here for me this time? They're here for me. And then they pass and you feel relief, but you know.
Sorry, guys. We're in my living room, which can't exactly prevent because I'm like on the corner of a busy street. So
Yeah, you're going to get that kind of stuff every now and then. But,
we're looking to actually setting up an official studio, and with that, you could actually get to finally meet us.
Yeah.
Unless
Face to
someone
face.
actually finally decides to, live up to his challenge.
You know what, man? I have had enough of your snarky attitude. It's gonna happen, alright? Life is a busy shit show.
Yeah, yes it has been.
So, stay tuned because the fighting competition is happening.
Eventually. New year, new videos.
Aha, yes. And videos with our actual faces coming soon.
Yes. You get to see my ugly little face.
You get to hear you get to hear us and see us. You get to see the sexy faces behind the dulcet tones you've been enjoying. I got a spoiler for you. There's a reason we're behind the mic and not in front of the camera.
There's a reason we're not actors.
So, prepare for that.
So, before we end this show, Rogue One review.
Very, very solid A- for me.
I give it an A. Just an A.
Yeah.
9 out of 10, basically.
It was fantastic. It was a great film. The stuff I pick on it is stuff that I know a lot of people like, so I can't really downplay it for it.
Yeah, there's a reason you get picky on films.
Yeah, there is.
But
I hold them to good standards, dang it.
I'm just saying, you go in to this movie expecting a Star Wars film, you'll leave feeling like you watched a Star Wars film. Like, it's just the feeling of watching this film, I cannot explain. You guys gotta watch it.
It is fantastic. Though, now that you say that, I know what it is that threw me out of it a little bit more.
Was it not the original soundtrack?
It's the score.
I
love the guy who did the score. He's done scores for a lot of amazing work before this, but his score in this isn't that memorable.
Let's just say he didn't really make anything original. He reused a lot of past Star Wars films. So there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's just you want an original score into your film.
Exactly.
Something for people to remember.
Yeah. Every one of the Star Wars movies I can think of one theme from it that I can leave humming.
Like, in all honesty, this was probably the best thing about the prequels. Were the score.
Oh, absolutely! Duel of Fates from Phantom Menace.
Darth Maul, yeah,
that's the best.
One of the best ones yet. And
I mean, and it's not like for this one where you have to sit there and really think about how that tune went. You can do Duel of Fates right now, right? Dun 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 dun. Anyone can do it. It's amazing. That's just the power of John Williams, man.
Like, the music in Rogue One, it's good. It's just not original, and
yeah, it all holds up. When you're watching it, you're not going to be thrown. You're going to be sitting there and you'll be into the scene. But that's the one thing that eats me when you leave is I can't think of a single note in that film.
I can think of one, and it's just a small one. You only really hear it once, and that is when that character walked into the room.
Yeah, but that's a segue of the old Luke theme from the Dual Sunsets, right? On the, yeah.
That's the only one I can really think of at the top of my head.
And that's because it's John Williams.
Yes.
That's John Williams' theme, and that's the issue I have with him. But like I said, I know what it was is that guy probably felt crippled because he felt he had to copy John Williams' style for everything.
And those are big shoes to fill.
Well, exactly. But this guy's done great work before. You've seen the new Star Trek films, right?
Yes.
That's his work.
Oh, they got brought. I didn't realize they brought that guy in. No.
Yeah, that's the guy who did the soundtrack for it.
Oh.
And so it's not like he's incapable of making amazing music because his work on Star Trek was phenomenal. So
I'm just hoping they take note on the other anthology films.
Yeah.
So. Or I wish they would just bring John Williams in, but he only wants to do the trilogy. So.
And I don't blame him. What my concern is because it isn't that guy's fault. I don't think it's that guy's fault. I hope Disney lets them have a little more free reign in their soundtrack.
It would be nice. It's not like they can't afford it.
Exactly.
But money's not the issue. Is this?
They want to keep the style.
Yes, they want to keep it Star Wars, but that doesn't mean you can't come up with something new.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point of Star Wars. Is
if we're gonna keep doing these things, you got to add something new to the pot every time.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, I think we're going to end it. And just, we lost someone in this Star Wars universe that will be truly missed.
Absolutely.
And basically, the original films are now holding a very special place in everyone's hearts now. They mean more than what they used to now.
Exactly. So go back, watch those films. Just enjoy them, man.
And with that, thanks for joining us.
May the Force be with you.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.